Hey guys, and you're listening to ProfoundRadio. I'm Mapal. Those guys are there somewhere. Shannon! Shannon!
Oh my god, I think it's Shannon, but I'm not sure.
Shannon!
I'm Shannon.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
I'm Silven.
You didn't say it. I didn't hear anything.
I said I'm Shannon like 15 times.
No, it didn't come through. It didn't come through. I could not hear you.
Oh god.
Yes, we're having issues. This is fantastic. Oh my god. Is it buffering still?
Figures the first, no, it's not buffering.
Oh,
it figures that our first broadcast after the episode would be glitchy.
Yeah, I mean, what do we expect, really? Because the premiere party went so well, obviously we would have to have issues here. So, we are on our first episode back after the Season 9 premiere. How did you guys enjoy it?
I thought it was one of the best episodes in a long time.
Yes, agreed. I'm still exhausted, actually. The premiere...
Wow.
Yeah, the premiere was on Tuesday and I'm still exhausted. So I still haven't recovered.
The premiere was righteous.
I was genuinely shocked at how good the actual episode was.
Oh, it was amazing. I was not expecting it to be that good, actually.
They seriously set the bar high for the rest of the season.
If they're going to get better, like if they're only going to get better, then, you know, it's going to be one hell of a season. Can I just say quickly, actually, if you all go to Profound Radio on Twitter at the minute, it is being run by one of our new hosts, Luce. And it's just full of dick jokes at the minute, and I don't regret it. I don't regret it at all. So, yeah, go over there and tweet her, and she'll probably tweet back to you, and it'll probably be very inappropriate. But you can also send your thoughts on what you'd like us to discuss today.
To anyone who has forgotten how our seasonal episodes work, for where we're going each episode and what we think of the episode, and certain theories and thoughts we've compiled about the episode, and then after we're going to talk, it's about you guys sending us questions and what you want us to talk about, because we've had very busy weeks and we haven't been able to all the fandom news, if there even was any. So yes, please do that.
Hang on, apparently Jen's getting a feedback loop. So, Shannon, did you make the call on Skype?
What's happening?
Oh my god. Hang on.
Okay.
Hang on.
I think I made the call. Maybe I should have made the call.
Yes, hang on. There. Are we back?
Okay.
Hopefully.
There we go. There we go. Is that any better?
It was perfectly fine for me. I don't know what's wrong with all of you guys.
You were cutting out a lot, actually, so...
better, I think.
Is that better?
I think
My
it's good.
internet's crapping out. Can you guys hear me fine right now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay.
God, my internet is just throwing a bit fit.
Let's just blame it on me.
We're okay. We're good.
Let's just blame it on me. That is always effective. Blame it on Jen.
Yeah, I went to you the other day. Do you have good internet so you can, host Profound Radio?
No, I was like hearing everything 3 and 4 times. I'm like, I can't hear nothing.
It's like, I have great internet. Sure! But we are good now, and I have a... You know when you put Skype on busy and you can't tell where you've got a message? Someone sent me a message and I can't find it.
Okay, so let us get our episode discussion started.
Yes, properly. Now we have our technical difficulties sorted. So, yeah,
Okay.
there's a lot of interesting theories flying around from the first episode.
Some are interesting, some not so much.
Some are infuriating.
Make me want to slap people in the face, but I am a calm, cool, collected individual, and I won't do that.
Yes.
So, basically, what I would like to say about the episode is how positive it actually was for Destiel. I just would like to say that was a fantastic Destiel episode. I'm so happy with how that went. I don't know about you guys.
Yes!
You're so awkward today. Come on,
I
get back in the
think the episode
swing.
was
I think that it
amazing.
was great for Destiel.
Yeah. God. You guys are just wake up.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was a bit confused. I was a bit confused when we saw the little preview. Not confused, but, it was so... It was had deep... What?
What?
Can you guys even hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Can you even hear us? Oh, Christ.
Okay, it's really, really late for me, so I'm just trying to... I can hear you, yeah, but, there's no reaction, so it's really confusing.
I think you may have a lag.
Yeah, I have an epic lag. I think it's just my internet. It's throwing a bitch fit.
Well, if your internet's really that bad, then I don't know if you should be on today.
Yeah, it's really sad.
Mine has finally decided to behave itself.
Oh my god, everything is just playing up so bad right now.
I'm telling you, it's my fault.
I don't know what's happening. The thing's buffering.
Oh god, the live stream just messed up.
The live stream just died completely. Are you doing everything?
Yesterday I couldn't get Skype to work for nothing. I was having so much trouble. I was ready to throw my computer across the room.
What were you doing?
It's not me!
Why were you downloading anything? There, we should be fucking fine now because nobody's downloading anything anymore. Shh. Oh my god. Okay, we should be back now and we should be good.
Okay, now let's actually get back to the episode.
Now it's doing that double talk thing.
Is it still doing it?
Oh, come on.
I think I'm not getting a feedback loop. Shit.
Neither am I. Sure. Are you sure you have the sound off in the live stream window?
This is so bad.
Because it could be that.
Crazy.
Oh, welcome to Profound Radio, where we are the home of technical difficulties. Anyway.
I can kind of hear stuff for the most part.
Okay, now can I say something?
Yeah.
Cut the whole thing out. I don't know.
Yes. Before I cry, say something.
I heard Mapal say, "Welcome to Profound Radio. We're the home of technical difficulties" 5 times now.
What is wrong with you? Oh god. I'm gonna cry. I'm actually gonna cry if this doesn't sort itself out in a minute. Oh. Well, Shannon, say something then. It's alright sitting there just saying, let's try and
Well,
talk.
I can't say anything because you guys are over there laughing and crying.
No, I'm sat here waiting for someone to say something before I cry.
Okay, so I'm going to say my thoughts on the episode because I don't know what's going on with them right now. I feel like this episode was really positive for Destiel because it outlined some very important things about Dean that hasn't really been seen too much in the other seasons. Even in season 8, when it was when Dean's character development was really shown, we actually saw Dean leave Sam in the room with another angel just so he could talk on the phone with Kat.
Shannon, you just cut out.
And that is a huge deal.
I'm about to lose my shit completely. Fuck the internet. Shannon's cut out, and Shannon was the only one talking. Jen's just laughing, and Silven's dead. Oh. Christ. 'Cause I'm dragging in the cavalry. I am dragging in the cavalry. I can't.
I want to be more awesome, but
Maybe you should.
Guys, can you hear me on the chat? Can you guys hear me?
I can hear you, Shannon, but you cut out.
I can hear you now.
Oh, Silven's here. I'm gonna bring in some cavalry though. I'm gonna bring in. Oh my goodness. Oh, Silven's gone. This is just chaos.
Yeah, Silven said she was going to leave.
Yeah. All right. Hang on.
I'm not. Can you guys hear me now?
You're there.
I don't.
I'm bringing.
I can't understand.
hey guys.
Hi, Helen.
You can't even hear me or not. You keep cutting out for me, and I don't even know what my internet is doing anymore.
You know, we have one saving grace today, and I will tell you the news, because we have actually taken on a lot of new hosts for ProfoundRadio. So, what I'm going to do, to sort of cover the lag and everyone freaking out, I'm going to bring on some new hosts as we go, and we can hopefully discuss the episode.
Yes, please, let us discuss the episode.
Yes.
So long as you can hear me.
Yes, we can hear you. Okay, I have one thing, and I hope we've all joined this fandom, and that is the Hillbilly Angel, the Tractor Angel.
The Redneck Angel!
Oh,
Yes.
I loved him.
Hey.
He made it after all.
Go, Redneck Angel guy, you made it. You go. You follow your dreams in Kilding, Winchester. And
I feel really sad that he was there to hurt Dean. I kind of wish he would have done more. I wish he would have been nicer. I wish he could have been the Redneck Angel that I hoped him to be.
Tractor
Yeah.
Angel.
Winchester is.
We needed a good guy. Tractor Angel.
You'd like to know how stupid I am?
What? What did you do?
I had the live stream going.
We said mute your live stream.
It was my
What
fault. It
is
really was.
wrong?
It was really my fault.
Guys, are you okay?
No.
That I could do the thing. I can do the thing. Oh my god, I'm an idiot.
We're gonna
Wow.
break down so.
If I
I'm
start
better
rambling,
now. I'm sorry. I apologize.
I was just really enamored by the fact that they set up the scene like this, where, you know, all the angels suddenly look in this direction where Dean is, and then there's this dude just walk into his tractor,
Just get
you know what?
I love that one. I don't know why. How can you not love a Tractor Angel? You know?
To Anna, who thinks why is Tractor Angel so popular and Hyel gets hated on, I think the reason Hyel gets hated on is because Hyel was really I don't know what to think about her, because
Okay. No,
obviously
I do have an answer. Tractor Angel is actually sort of a joke fandom sort of thing. We're like, you go Tractor Angel, you follow your dreams. Now, Hale, she is actually not a bad guy. She's sort of maybe a representation. Yeah, but she's basically the representation, we think, of Castiel's grace. And when you start looking into that mental,
Where are you guys again?
No, we're here.
Yeah.
Are we here? Guys, don't leave me alone.
I feel
I don't know. I think
another
she was
reason
supposed to come off as crazy.
I feel like another reason is just because Hyel, she did something that was really negative, and a lot of people just didn't like her for it.
Yeah. And whereas Tractor Angel, I mean, he was
it's
just a
okay to
douche.
feel that way, but it doesn't mean everyone hates her.
No, I don't
Tractor
hate
Angel,
her.
he tried
Yeah.
to do something negative, but he failed, and he was fucking while he was doing it.
I felt sad that the Tractor Angel was the one who beat Dean up. Seriously, I wanted him to be good.
But like I say, Hale is.
We wouldn't have if everybody was good. We wouldn't have story. So that's the problem.
Yeah.
And Hale is just very symbolic. She is Castiel's grace, basically. You know, she's a representation.
Everyone should read that meta. It's really good.
Can I say something that's been kind of bothering me? We've already talked about. I really want to bring it up because I've been wanting to talk about it. I've made a few posts about it on my blog that some of you guys have probably seen, but it has to do with Ezekiel. and the person that they think Ezekiel is.
Oh.
Can I bring that up now, or do you want to wait till later?
You can bring that up now if you like.
Okay, so from like the very beginning of the episode, like during the premiere party, there were people who had this tiny little thought in their heads, and it seems to have become a recognized thing in the fandom. And I don't know why it's become a recognized thing in the fandom, because to me it makes zero sense whatsoever. And it is that Ezekiel is Lucifer. And I feel like this is the byproduct of people first wanting Lucifer out of the cage, and then people wanting inverse to happen. And I wrote this thing about it because Anon sent it to me, and I wrote another just sort of short thing about it because I had seen a bunch of posts on her dash. Who is her? I don't even know who she is. On my dash. And basically it went like this. Lucifer, I don't think the spell that Metatron cast worked on Lucifer or Michael, because Lucifer and Michael are in an entirely different plane. They're in hell. They weren't in heaven, and they weren't on earth. And I think, and it's always been my headcanon that their grace, just like Adam and Sam's souls, were locked into the cage. And when I say locked, I mean, yes, they were physically locked in there, like they were stuck in there, and they were also bound there, which is why Crowley could only get Sam's body out and not Sam's soul, and that's why Death had to go in and get Sam's soul. Their souls and their graces are bound there.
Mm.
Well, there's that too.
Work.
But there's also, if Lucifer got out of the cage, he'd be like, "Hello, I'm out of the cage, bitches." He wouldn't be hiding in somebody else.
Pretending to be an angel to get to Sam, to get inside Sam's body, just is not Lucifer. You guys saw him in season 5. Even if he managed to get out and he was able to get close to Sam, he would try and get Sam to say yes as Lucifer. And he's way too pride of a being to actually try and pretend to be another angel.
One of Lucifer's biggest sins is pride, and he's proud of who he is and what he is. He's proud that he never lies, he never manipulates. So
he would never trick Sam.
Like, look, if I was Lucifer and I was out of the cage, trying to trick Sam into submitting to me would literally be the last thing I would try to do on my list, because first thing I would try to do would be to assemble me some troops, because Earth is full of fallen angels and they're like literally ripe for the picking. Lucifer could really have a field day with them.
And Jolie,
we don't know what his intentions are, and I do hope they're evil. Please let them be evil. Evil.
And to Jolie, who is, or I don't know how to pronounce her name, Exolili, or I don't know how to pronounce your name, and I'm sorry. Do I think it could be Michael? No, because for me, it goes the same way. It's not going to be Michael, because Michael's grace is bound to the cage. It's not just locked there, it's bound. The cage would have to be unlocked.
If anyone's gonna lie. Yes, go. No, everyone's gone quiet now. Guys.
Even if my...
Uh-oh. Oh wow, they're all cut out then. Everyone cut out for a minute. This is going terrible.
Yeah.
You guys, if you want, I can make another thing. My internet's better than all of yours.
It kind of makes no sense.
I have no idea what the actual problem is. It should be fine. You can try making the call if you want, Shannon. Hang on.
And like with this Lucifer thing, it kind of bothers me, because I see it happens all the time. Like, the fandom really clings to certain characters and really wants these characters to come back, and they're willing to try and make things in the show relate to them. When you really think about it, it makes no sense. It would make no sense for Lucifer to come back. It would make no sense for a character like Adam to come back right now. It would make no sense for a lot of characters that the fandom wants to come back. So I'm just thinking, fandom, calm down. Calm down a little bit.
Yeah.
Even if Michael was somehow out of the cage by some way, we have no idea. Canonically, Dean is Michael's true vessel, not Sam.
Although,
Yeah, Michael would try and get to Dean, not Sam.
although if anyone was going to lie about their identity, Michael would.
Yeah,
between him and Lucifer. But.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like he
That's
probably would, but I still don't think there's any possibility
No,
that
it's
he's
not. It's
that
not
it-
him.
But, I mean, like, guys, the whole setup where Michael and Lucifer were trying to do something kind of implies that they would want to have an apocalypse now, and why would they? Why would they even want to, start with that right now when heaven literally puked out all of their angels and they're
Yes.
deprived of half their powers? That would be a really stupid strategic
You know,
move.
one of the biggest things about Inverse is it can't happen because we're already 2 years late on the Croatoan virus. So, I mean, we're already 2 years
that's
behind
another
schedule on
thing.
Inverse.
That's another thing. Pestilence never had a chance to create a perfect version of the Croatoan virus that was going to get spread around. Therefore, everything, the big giant thing that happened with Inverse isn't going to happen.
But we are actually, with Supernatural, we are actually in 2014 now because they screwed up their timeline.
Yeah.
Well,
They forgot about the extra years, and we are actually in
Not
2014.
necessarily, because if you consider all the times when they've come right back, like at the end of season 4, they came right back. The end of last year, they came right back. So if you figure that out with the years that are missing, we're probably pretty close to being real
We're
time.
pretty close, but you've got the 4 months where Dean was in Hell, the year where Dean was in Purgatory, the year where Dean was with Lisa.
And if there...
It has to be like 2012 or 2013 there right now because Dean said Cronuts. I am sorry, Cronuts were only created last year.
even
person who was really in awe of that because I'm kind of a foodie and Cronuts are such a neat idea, and I really fangirled when Dean said that because I kind of had canonized Dean as this, he's a real foodie. If he wasn't busy hunting shit, he would have a freaking food blog, okay? He would go.
I get really bothered by people who are who really, really want Inverse to happen because it really bothers me because Inverse, it was like wump everybody. Everybody suffered. Everybody felt terrible. And honestly, if the show became that and there wasn't any happy sort of reprieves, and if Inverse was happening, I'm sorry, I don't think there is any sort of funny episode that can make any of the Inverse versions of anyone seem hilarious. I feel like that would completely change the show, and it would. It wouldn't work. It wouldn't work with these characters. Dean's grown too much. Castiel has grown too much. Lucifer is most likely never coming back, and Sam would never say yes to Lucifer again. And
under extreme duress, he might.
Maybe he might, but I don't know. I really don't know. I just feel like the Inverse and the characters that we have now wouldn't mix very well.
Guys, they're definitely not doing Inverse. Like, literally, whatever happens, they're definitely not doing it. Why are people... I don't think... It's cool that people are talking about it, but I really don't think that people who don't want it need to worry about it, because they're not doing it. Definitely not.
It wouldn't fit the current storyline, it would just... not work.
Wouldn't fit the current storyline.
In fact, I think Andy has made it this.
Yes, he has made it this, and the thing is, right now, the market shows, The Walking Dead are too big already, and it would just feel Supernatural is just trying to occupy the same niche.
The Super Dead.
Super Dead. Yes, the Super Dead.
And even if they wanted to bring back some version of the Inverse, it would be too much of a storyline for what they have in store now. I mean, they already introduced so many storylines. It wouldn't help matters any.
Yep.
Yeah, they've got so many things they have to go through now. They're going to have to explore the Men of Letters. They're going to have to find something else on these tablets, because I'm pretty sure the tablet storyline isn't done yet. And they've got the angels falling and how they're going to get them back. They've got Metatron still lurking up there like a freaking winged creeper. Abaddon and the Knights of Hell. And it's just, there's so much stuff that needs to be addressed before we can open up something huge like Inverse, if it would ever happen. I'm sorry.
I mean, if it ever happened, it would have to be, God, I don't know, season 10, 11, maybe, if there's a season 11.
I wouldn't mind it, but I mean, I don't know. But yeah,
me neither.
I just want to talk about this because honestly, like, I love the new setup as far as the plot goes. I'm a really huge fan of it, but am I the only person who, like, appreciated the crap out of this particular kind of sense of humor that episode had? Because, like, I'm not gonna lie, yeah, Supernatural is not exactly a show where, everyone is happy and true that you would explicitly watch for comedy, but I'm a really huge fan of the funny episodes, and I was very pleased when before the start of the season, Misha said that he was happy about how they're treating his character as far as, like, humor goes. And can I just say, like, the little subtle things in that episode that were, like, ironic or humorous just really impressed the crap out of me because I saw really good writing in it, because there's a lot of ways on this show to make, flat, crude jokes.
Yeah,
and it was just the opposite of that, and I was so impressed with it. Like, the little humor, I loved it. I loved it so much.
The conversation between Cass and the guy who gave him the money and the ride, I really liked that. Because
I don't think he was God. I think he was God. I think that the dude who drove Cass was God.
Oh, that is a nice theory.
I said that too.
Shannon, nice one.
And then I saw somebody actually put it online that they thought that, and I was like, oh, see? Great minds think alike.
I am hoping that becomes more popular than the Ezekiel Lucifer thing, because I feel like if that becomes popular with everyone, then the writers might take notice, and it might actually be canon, and, like, that could be the new face of God.
That's a really nice idea. I like that.
Even if I do miss Chuck. I need Chuck.
And I don't take like any sort of like credit for that theory. I saw it on my Tumblr, so don't think that I came up with that all by myself, because I legitimately just thought it was a nobody until I saw the post on Tumblr.
Yeah. That would actually go really well with my head.
Even if it wasn't, though, it was fitting for a human to help Cass out, because honestly, what Angel has done more for humanity than Cass. Seriously.
Yeah. What makes me really believe in Shannon's theory is when at the end the driver just tells him, "Take care, kid," because that was just, oh God.
That felt like something God would say.
Yourself.
Yeah.
Oh God, she's at it again.
I'm just like, I apologise right now for our new host who's in the chat. And for anyone who listens back to this, the current dick joke is, what do you do with a year's worth of used condoms? Melt them, turn them into tyres, and call it a good year.
Oh my God, Liz.
Terrible, I love her.
She's amazing.
I love her so much, seriously.
We chose our new hosts very well, and you'll be meeting a few of them later, hopefully. And
because we can't have dick jokes on our actual radio show. I'm just kidding.
We can. We're full of dick jokes. Yeah. I mean, have you listened to Profound Radio before?
Have you watched the show?
Have you seen the one where I'm on the last 10 minutes? God.
Have you seen the one where I made subtle references to anal sex during the whole broadcast? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but that was my favorite.
You're forgetting this serious business.
Guys.
Yes, very serious business.
To get back to some of the positive energy we got with Destiel in episode 1, I just would like to mention, because I've written this a couple of days ago on Tumblr. If we remember the line, Cass's line from the episode The Monster at the end of this book, in which Cass's greeting to Dean is, "Prayer is a sign of faith, Dean." And if we look at how that stretches out until the premiere of season 9, Dean has only maybe prayed to God once, and against his own will in episode 1, where I think he knew what he was about to do, something he was about to regret, but he didn't do it. Like he went on to sell his soul to save his little brother, and no one knew until it was too late. But Dean, against his better cynical ways, he did pray to Cass, even though at that point he couldn't have known Cass was alive or okay, but he had that faith in Cass. So let's just keep that line in mind, because Dean has so much faith in Cass, it's not even funny anymore.
Yeah, oh, am I the only person who just... That whole scene, where... It's a combination of the scene we saw this episode and what we now know about Cass having to, leave the bunker in the future. Am I the only person who is thinking a lot about how Dean is going to deal with his abandonment issues in connection with all that stuff?
Okay. But the thing with Cass leaving the bunker, it's all encouraged by Ezekiel. Ezekiel is the one telling Dean, it's not safe to have him here. You need to send him off. Okay, and we are talking about somebody who is manipulating Dean 6 ways from Sunday, and I'm telling you, his intentions are not pure, and it's going to come back to haunt him.
I can't wait to think that as well. And brace yourselves, because even though Jensen took it lightly in the interview, said, he has to sit Cass down and tell him, man, you gotta go, that most likely will be a heavily emotional scene. So we need to prepare ourselves.
I am very, 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 very cautious about Ezekiel, and I so desperately wanted him to be a good guy. I wanted him to be this guy, this angel that could actually be a sort of good person, but it's not. But I don't think he's going to be. I haven't trusted him since he went inside Sam's mind and pretended to be Dean and gave that little shit-eating smirk right when he realized he was going to get to stay. I can't trust him. I cannot trust someone like him. He is an angel, and as far as I know, most angels are after Castiel, or most angels do not like Castiel, and the one person that Castiel needs right now is Dean. So the fact that Ezekiel is most likely going to be the reason, or was it confirmed? Was it confirmed he was going to be the reason?
No, it's highly speculated though.
I thought I had just seen something.
If he's if it's most likely Ezekiel that's going to be the one to drive Castiel out of the bunker, then I am very, very sure that he has some motives of his own and that he is going to end up being one of the big bads at the end of this season or next season.
The only reason I feel really weird about Ezekiel is because when he gets Sam to say yes, just the way he shifts from Dean to Ezekiel just feels like a real sense of foreboding. I really didn't enjoy that. That is the sort of thing they use to show a bad guy being deceptive.
And even if Cass said, oh, Ezekiel, he's a good soldier, the fact is Cass hasn't seen Ezekiel in how much time?
Yep.
And he cannot know what the fall is.
Can we talk for a second about Castiel's judge of character?
Thank you.
Okay, yeah. You have a great
he has literally thought the world of a bunch of really shitty people. So I don't trust Castiel calling Ezekiel a good warrior for a second. That's almost like Sam sleeping with somebody. It just automatically means they're going to die or they're going to be bad.
Stop picking on Sam, damn it. Leave him alone.
He might have been, but
even Sam, it's not his fault he has a killer dick.
Yeah, that's true. And they suggested throughout the episode that the fall changed most of the angels a great deal. So we cannot know what that did to Ezekiel, especially since he played it off like he was heavily wounded.
Okay, my bad. The thing about Ezekiel throwing Cass out of the bunker, that is Misha Minion's theory. So I apologize.
Oh, okay. Well, it's a theory, and I think it's a good one. I
like it.
I think it sounds pretty accurate.
I won't fight about that as well.
And hey, here's my other thing. If Ezekiel was this great soldier Cass knew, Cass can't look at people anymore and say, oh, you are this and this angel. So, yeah, Ezekiel could say, hey, I'm Ezekiel, and Cass would be like...
But maybe Ezekiel won't know that Cass can't tell, and when he sees that Cass has come to the bunker, he's going to be like, crap, I'm not actually... Maybe if it's not actually Ezekiel, he could be like, I'm not actually Ezekiel. And, he has to get rid of Cass because he doesn't know Cass can't tell.
Yeah, and we have to keep in mind Cass does still have the angel radio going for him.
Yeah.
I don't know how much he can get from that, but who knows.
He hears screaming, apparently, which is, pleasant.
Yeah.
And again, guys, I have to say, I'm not judging this until I actually see it. Because so much stuff gets lost in context. I mean, again, the preview for this episode with Dean saying to Sam, there ain't no me if there ain't no you, and the huge shitstorm in fandom about it. And it turned out that it's not even actual Dean.
Yeah. And can I just remind everyone how big of a shitstorm there was when they said Bobby was coming back, and he ended up coming back as a figment of Sam's imagination?
I'm getting stabbed.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
But yeah,
I mean,
I don't make any strong.
Yeah.
I have one
All I know
thing.
is it Tuesday night yet? Damn it.
No, unfortunately not. I do have one thing that I wanted to clean up, because I saw a lot of people like, oh, why did Hale have to die? As a female character, she should have survived. I did sort of a tally of the deaths in the first episode, and we're basically an even ratio for deaths. One male character survived, 2 male characters died, and 2 female characters died. Ezekiel survived, but that's perceiving them as well. But Hale as well actually had a lot of character development before she died, so I just want to say, at least she had character development, and she wasn't like the dude who smashed Dean's face against the Impala, who was just a dick, basically. That's all we know about him. So,
and I don't blame Hale for what she did. Like, I did at first, like, I didn't like her because of that, but then I'm thinking, when you're an angel and when you're falling and you meet someone that could actually help you out, you're lost and you're scared and you're alone, you'll most likely do whatever you can to feel better, to help yourself.
From the point of view of the other angels who do not know about the context of Dean and Cass's and Sam's relationship, about all the little particulars of what went down, basically who don't know anything about the inside of the whole apocalypse situation, Cass is really fucking obnoxious. I mean,
That's the truth.
And Hale was acting out of despair mostly because her home has completely fallen apart. And you can sort of see this with Dean as well when he starts praying to the other angels. When you're that desperate, you're willing to do anything,
I mean, Hale's death was really symbolic as well, as we said, earlier. If she symbolises Cass's grace, then him killing her and saying he doesn't need her protection is him turning his back completely on being an angel. And it's even emphasised further when he gets rid of the trench coat, when he basically gets rid of Jimmy and moves on to a new vessel type thing. So
Is that the official? Is around?
Hang on, I've lost
episode 7. Now Sam pointed it out. She's 7.
I have no idea.
But yeah, I don't think we're going to get over the fact that Cass is actually going to be changing clothes soon.
Yes.
Because he's going to have to.
Oh yeah.
You're gonna have to. You're actually gonna get to different outfits. Yes, although I really wonder. Yeah, I like.
Cause it's just my internet is playing up so bad.
I cannot see Dean's reaction to the change of wardrobe because the trench coat has been such a huge thing for Dean too. It's so symbolic of Cass.
My whole internet.
Yep. Yeah, I think so too. Even hold on, I think it's cut out again.
Yeah, it's going back. It's right. I've got a major internet drain going on at the minute.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. No one's mad.
Yeah, it's pretty awful. Hey, we're back anyway.
Internet is stupid.
But yeah, as far as theories go, so basically, we know now that Dean has told Cass to get to the bunker, so Cass is quite likely to try and he's either actually gonna attempt that, or he's gonna stubbornly try to get to Dean, which, we could assume that
That's what I
Dean
would
is
do.
somewhere in the bunker either way, so, you know, Cass should be headed there right now. So...
Cass was very adamant on the phone. I mean, it'll be a few days, but I'll be there, you know?
Yeah, and, like, I am very curious to see the rest of his path. I mean, it's going to include a lot of him just, you know, dealing with things, and I'm really loving the fact that they are taking a really great approach, which I always advocate for when it comes to Cass doing human things, because it is not the way of someone who doesn't actually know how things work. It's the way of someone who just done many of them yet. You know,
I know it was symbolic and all that, but I seriously wanted to crawl in that washer and grab the trench coat and say, "No, you take this with you."
We had
what Dean went through. He moved that to every single stolen car. He kept it with him the whole time, and you leave it in the washer.
We had a theory that when Cass gets to the bunker and Dean sees he's not got the trench coat anymore, he's just going to be like, "Oh my god, no, we need to go find it again." He's just going to drag Cass all over the country till they find the trench coat.
The saddest scene in that entire episode was probably when the trench coat was going away.
Yeah. Oh crap, my internet's going again.
You know what? It's so happy on me
You guys have to
because
go to
I
the
love
log
it
and
when
see
there's
the
emotional
movie.
and that was just one of the most emotionally touching episodes.
This Skype chat is screwing up so bad.
They was having major issues last night.
I'm about to throw something.
Sorry, little mine.
Oh my god. That went so weird a second ago.
Guys, if you want, what you want.
Hey?
If you want, I can take over the hosting really quick.
Yeah, you don't have the stuff. Try taking over the call. Hang on, I'll hang up the call and call back. Okay, is that any better?
Hey guys.
Okay. Okay, let's see how that is.
Yeah, okay.
I am back.
That should be better. Yeah.
I have no idea. I might have to get in touch with the internet provider again if this carried on. Jesus Christ.
Okay.
I changed my router.
What else about the episode do you guys think we should talk about?
I had a list somewhere. Hang on.
We could talk about like the insanely high expectations we have now that because this episode was so good.
It was unbelievably epic. And it wasn't just us, because the ratings were like the highest they've ever been for like a season for
I saw that.
We're not they were up by 50% compared to last season, which is really, really freaking amazing. And if I am correct, this is the highest we've had since 2010. Which is pretty freaking impressive.
Compared to a lot of shows that have been through what Supernatural's went through, and I mean, because Supernatural, they hit their peak at like season 5, and then it was just downhill from season 6 and 7 because of crappy storylines and crappy writing. And then you saw this major improvement in season 8, which barely ever happens on TV. And now season 9, it's just wow! It is shocking to see how improved the show has actually gotten under the new management.
There's gonna be a lot of pressure for them, definitely. They raised the bar way too high, and not that I mind, you know. I'm really looking forward to it.
They really set the bar high, and I'm looking forward to see how they top it over the course of the season, because I know they will.
Yeah. They kind of managed it with season 8, didn't they? Because the very popular about the episode of season 8 were like, I thought this was my favorite episode, but then I saw the next episode.
I love how for like since the end of season 5, now Supernatural actually has like plot that's not muddled and plot that's not all over the place. Or a plot that's not drawn out. Like, season 6 was just... Oh my god. Season 7 was like...
Season 7 was we're going to stand here and everything's going to get thrown at us, and we're basically ducking, covering, and trying to make our way through the season, and be it alcoholism or crazy hallucinations or whatever. Season 8 was, we're proactive, and we're going out, and we're taking the fight to them, and we're going to kick ass and take names because we are the mother bleeping Winchesters.
And now Season 9 is the aftermath of that, and everything's just, wow.
Season 7 was season Dick Roman. I'm sorry.
There was so much about Season 7 that I liked, though. I know everybody's like, oh, we hate Season 7. I'm like, really? Because I didn't think it was that bad.
I
thought it could have been so much
better. I didn't think either. Because
I think it could have been so much better. It's just that they literally did so much in Season 6 that by the time I think they got to Season 7, the writers were just burnt out. They could have made the Leviathan 10 times more scary. They could have made them 10 times worse than they actually were. But I think it's chopped down to...
But Season 7 gave us the born again identity, and time after time. I mean, these are episodes that are like some of the best episodes of the entire series.
Season 7 actually steered me into actually believing there was more between Dean and Castiel because of the way Dean acted,
And that's what I'm saying. There's
everything else.
Parts of Season 6 and 7. But overall, the seasons as just a whole... It wasn't very good.
There
were sprinkles of greatness in these seasons, but they were sprinkles of greatness over a big bowl of just crap.
Well, yeah, it was definitely disconnected, and I think part of the problem was somebody told me that Misha was supposed to be in a lot more of Season 7.
Yeah.
And that it was either illness with him, illness with Vicky or West or something, and he ended up having to bail for a significant chunk of the season that he was supposed to be in.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
That could have been the filler episodes.
I do find it amusing that the Leviathan was like this gigantic, unkillable thing, and then poof, we get to Season 8. Leviathan? What Leviathan? I don't see that Leviathan.
Actually, I have a theory about the Leviathan that I've talked about before. See, I feel like the Leviathan were only so strong because their leader was alive, and now that I feel like they operated on sort of a pseudo hive mind, where they didn't really do too much of anything unless they had their leader to tell them what to do. Because, I mean, you had that one Leviathan who literally ate himself because Dick Roman told him to. And now, with Dick Roman gone, they're just lost, and they don't know what to do, and they're 10 times more easy to kill because they don't know what they're doing. They're basically fish out of water. Their leader's gone. With their leader gone, I'm pretty sure a lot of them probably bibbed themselves. They probably ate themselves because they didn't know what to do. And the ones that were left over, there may have been a few that tried to continue on and tried to be as awesome as they could be, but I'm pretty sure that most of them probably just wandered around aimlessly until Crowley's forces or Naomi's forces or somebody went, cut their heads off, or did something and sent them back to purgatory.
And you know what, Shannon? That's an amazing point, and this leads me to thinking about what the whole Fallen Angel storyline might be, because there are intense speculations that Abaddon might persuade most of them to join her army. So the Angels are practically just as lost as the Leviathans were. Sorry, I have a cold.
And the sad part about the Angels is, the Angels, they were already lost because they had no leader anyways. So now that they don't just have a leader, they've lost their identity.
They lost their soul.
They don't have full functioning power over their grace. The only thing that most of them are hearing right now are the moans and cries of their brothers and sisters who are trying desperately to survive. These Angels are being driven insane because they're suffering identity crisis. They cannot go home. They don't
know how to deal with it.
Nothing. Poor Angels.
And it was enough that God left them back when, but now it's just, they have no home anymore, and it'll be
why they're all gunning for cash.
Yeah.
Because, when something like that happens, you need a scapegoat, and who's the more perfect scapegoat from this situation?
Yeah, and since they can't get back to Metatron because someone pointed out, stop blaming Cass, it's Metatron. They cannot get to Metatron, and I'm not even positive they know it was Metatron's fault.
I'm pretty sure they don't know it was Metatron's fault.
And it's not like they're going to listen to Cass.
Yeah,
definitely not.
the thing I really like about that situation is because it's much more complicated than a simple, good guy, bad guy situation. Because, when you look at the point of view of, like, the Angels, of course they're gonna be pissed, and, like, their reaction doesn't really make bad guys, because, again, they don't know anything about the whole Team Free Will situation. Cass just looks, again, hella obnoxious to them from, like, their point of view, and they just got kind of tossed out of their home.
Yeah. And it took enough time for Cass to get around the free will thing, and even then it was because, Naomi mentioned he was an exception, and who even knows. But it's not going to be good. I mean, I just feel bad that the last ones, there will be angels that are so lost they will be willing to join the dark side, so to speak.
And to Ari, is wondering if the angels know it's Cass' fault or if they just assume. I'm pretty sure they're probably just assuming that it's Cass' fault, because literally all the bad shit that happens in heaven is usually
Cass' fault. Yeah.
Yeah, in their view, yeah, definitely. They're not searching for a deeper meaning to it because they don't have a Dean Winchester or Sam Winchester, to look after.
Yeah.
Blame them too.
Yeah, like, pretty much, there's no way
the very touch of you corrupts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's pretty much no way for them to know the details, because, I mean, the whole thing with Cass and Metatron did not become clear until they were in that damn office, and then they just went down really fast and Heaven puked them out.
Yeah. And, Chuck and Sam are the only ones, and maybe Charlie, who can possibly know the whole story. And Chuck is not in sight, so it kind of leaves us hanging.
I'm just excited about this season because the other season.
Also, all the angels should
yeah. Don't like to tell me otherwise. I'm right there with you, girl.
Yeah, oh god, yeah, Ezekiel's line though. I cannot, if there's something I cannot hate him for is for letting Dean know some of them still believe in Dean and Cass.
Oh,
at least we believe in you enough that I can manipulate you into let me take a ride in your brother.
Oh,
did you see the thing somebody posted? Hey, look, Ezekiel got up and Sam before Gabriel did.
Oh god, I saw that. Oh, and Ezekiel saying, I'm going to take Sam for a haircut, and Sam replying, oh, hell no.
I saw that one too. That was funny.
My entire thoughts about this episode and about the season are they're very excited. Like, I'm just so excited. I haven't been, like, season 8 I was excited, but season 9 I just feel like it's taking it another step further. Season 8 took it a step up, and now season 9 is just bringing it even higher. And you've got good and evil, and now you've got this sort of gray area in between where you don't know who you can trust, and it's just I haven't felt like this since I watched season 5, seasons 4 and 5.
Oh god, yes.
Season 8, you knew who the good guy and the bad guy was. There wasn't any sort of gray area because Crowley was just an evil bastard.
Naomi was a bit of a grey area.
I guess Naomi was a grey area. She was a sort of grey area, but not as big as the thing we've got now. We don't know. There are literally angels everywhere, and we've got Ezekiel. We don't know where Crowley stands because he's still locked in the trunk. It's just I love it.
Guys, I just found a collage of the tractor angel.
Oh god.
Yeah, actually,
I will link you.
Area. I'm so glad they cut out that deleted scene where
I don't
Dean asked Benny if we'd eaten anybody because I didn't want Benny tainted like that. So I was glad they pulled that scene really, really bad.
I never considered Benny a great.
I would never consider.
I always got good vibes.
Perspective.
From the very beginning, he seemed like a gray area, but I always got sort of good vibes from him. Not at the very beginning, I didn't, just because of how dark and creepy he looked in the opening, in the season premiere, but then later on, I sort of just got the sense that, oh, he's not a bad guy. So it was just sort of, I don't know.
Guys, if you wonder what the background noise is, Pups DL has appeared.
Yeah, I was... Why did I sense that was the reason? I don't know.
He's decided that it's playtime.
I'm waiting for Lucy to make some kind of lewd doggy joke.
Oh God.
She already said I can hear it already.
Yes.
Okay, we are reaching the end of our first hour, so we're going to probably start bringing in the new hosts, right?
It's going to be chaos,
Maple?
Yes. I'm going to let Helena give her voice
But
break.
then-
Helena, you need to go sleep or something because you have a cold. Go.
I'm fine now, but I'll keep listening. No worries.
Yeah, you go rest your voice.
Since it's the start of our show again after the summer episodes, it is now time for you guys to send us or tweet us questions on our Tumblr for us to answer. You can do us in addition to our new hosts.
Okay.
Hopefully the one we're bringing on won't turn into a dick joke.
Well, yeah, I take it you just saw who the first one is. Okay, off we go. This is gonna end so...
How so it is, Mabel.
Okay, everyone, bite the pillow, we're going in.
Seriously, guys, send us questions. We don't have anything to talk about unless you give us questions.
You do realize it's gonna be fine.
We do have stuff to talk about because we have.
Seriously, guys, send us questions. We don't have gosh! I hear my voice.
I hear it too.
Luce,
Turn your speaker off.
Luce, turn off your.
Yeah, folks to talk about.
Turn off your live stream. Turn off your live stream.
Yeah.
Hey, it's not me this time.
Okay, we have her? Do we have her? Are we good?
Loose?
Loose.
Okay. Did it work? Did I fix it?
I
think
think
you
I
fixed
hear
it.
something, but very, very good.
Yeah. Yes, a podcast is the most important thing to tell new people.
See,
Newbies.
Oh, God.
Lauren said ProfoundRadio is possessed.
Yeah, Frankie has exercised us.
Oh.
We're good. Well, that was interesting.
The world is nice. I'm sorry.
So, everyone.
There's like tabs of like butts I was looking at, and I picked the wrong tab. It was not the live stream tab. I'm a little bit upset because I was looking at Prime A Booty, and it's gone.
We are going to get along fabulous.
There's no lacking in the booty. You can get back to the booty, okay?
Oh, I'm just like, to go back to my history now. Like, this is like a tough life I lead. Anyways, my name's Lucifer. I run Fuck Yeah Lucifer Supernatural, and it's a great honor to be a host at ProfoundRadio. I have lots of dick jokes, tons of sass, and apparently no booty tag. You're welcome, everybody. I suffer all the time. This is,
I'm just...
So, Luce, what will you be hosting as a new member of Profound?
Yeah, Mabel, why'd you hire such a
I'm sorry, what was the question again? I'm still sobbing about the lack of butts. Continue.
What will you be hosting?
Will I be hosting? I think I'm on Saturdays. I'm really interested in, discussing more about the episodes, digging deeper to it, and these prevalent themes of trust issues and this sort of searching and finding of home.
I know someone who's going to have trust issues. That's Tom, because Tom has to look after you every week.
Tom, you are very doomed. I'm sorry.
Tom, you are screwed.
You are so screwed.
Because basically, Luce here is going to be on our meta team, and Tom is in charge of it.
Wait, first of all, I think there should have been a vote.
I don't understand how there wasn't a vote where I was involved.
Tom has seniority.
Yeah, he's an old man, so we sort of just, let him.
We've known Tom longer than we've known you. It's just how it works. We play favorites.
If we satisfy him with this, then he's not going to sit there shaking his cane at us, and
Am I older than Tom? I don't have a cane.
He has a little walker thing going on.
I think I'm older than everybody.
I really want to know how the Tom's feeding tube is going on, since he's crippled and old.
Yeah, I think someone needs to go refill his oxygen tank as well.
Yes.
Has anyone been and checked on that lately? Just,
I don't,
Maybe we should go deal with that. So yes, this is one of our latest members, and we're all absolutely in love with Luce. Luce has been giving us dick jokes all day. Luce fits in.
They're really good. I think they're good. What matters is that I'm laughing.
He is one of the many awesome people that we have on our new team, and it's awesome to have you here. And I haven't talked to you that much. I've realized that. Me and you have barely said a word to each other. Like, I come on chat, and then you're on chat, and you're just like, penis. I'm just like, ah.
I can see where the problem is.
Luce and I clicked it off immediately.
I mean, really, she's just a female Kaleb. I mean, that's all Kaleb talks about either.
I just, the fact that Tom would love the shit out of a tentacle cane, I'm not going to look too far.
Gosh.
Because
you can see me shake my head.
Because we had a long discussion, didn't we, Tom, the other day about Bad Dragon and the dildos they offer.
Oh my god.
Okay, I need a link to that immediately.
Well, Bad Dragon? Ask Tom. Tom knows all about Bad Dragon.
Oh
God.
Guys, let us talk more about the new episode description that we recently got, which is the Oz episode.
Read it to us.
Yes, which is really exciting. I'm gonna have to... No, I actually don't have it open, but basically...
You're killing me.
Host fail.
Okay, go look at my blog again. You will laugh. You will laugh. You will laugh. Lucy, you especially. Remember, I'm wind speaker right now.
I mean...
The meta show should be very, very interesting.
It's just...
That was a sweet way of saying, "Dear Lord, save us."
Who is having the laughing fit back there?
I don't know what's happening anymore.
Gee, I'm sorry, there's this ad on my blog.
Guys,
yes.
Someone, an anonymous wants us to do more fandom stuff.
Okay.
And less jokey.
Oh, but we're settling in, okay? Because we have just...
yelled at?
Can I... What?
Yes.
Oh. Okay. Okay, the Oz episode I have heard is them... What is it? Them going on a computer trying to hack something and ending up in the Oz universe?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
What?
Yes. It's...
Yeah.
So we see Charlie...
Dorothy.
Yes, it is a Charlie episode. The Oz episode is a Charlie episode, and they hack into the ancient computer, and they actually find.
It apparently all takes place in the bunker.
I'm very nervous about that episode because I really hope that they're not really going to Oz. Just because...
No, I didn't get the impression they were going to Oz at all, was that Dorothy had trapped the Wicked Witch of the West in the bunker.
Oh, that's right.
I feel like that's really weird.
I don't think they'll go all out with the story, just like the Wizard of Oz, but there will be some inspiration. I mean, they had an episode entitled /fiction, and it was far from it, so... It'll have a lot of interesting elements, but I don't think they'll go all Wizard of Oz on us, except the character named Dorothy and so on.
Well, maybe Frank Baum was the Man of Letters.
Oh.
Yeah, it takes place in the bunker throughout the episode, the entire episode.
That'd be really fascinating. I kind of think that, yeah, like Tom is saying in the chat, is either going to be amazing or horrible, but what I think they're going to do is that they're going to take kind of that skeleton of the Wizard of Oz mythology, and they are going to give us a, like, semi-modern spin on it, supernatural style.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That is what is most likely going to happen. And this is why I'm excited about it, because I think Supernatural as a show is really good at taking these little elements of different legends, different tales, different pop culture things, anything, and incorporating them in the narrative in a way that really fits the show, and, in a modern way that you didn't expect, and this way it's so exciting.
Yeah. And it just reminds me of what the Great Gatsby did, with 20s era and modern music and so on. Kind of like that.
Yep.
But yeah, it's okay to be nervous about it. I understand. But I just don't think they're going to go all out Wizard of Oz, like Silven said. They'll bring their own. They're definitely bringing their own.
Yeah, I don't think they will go all fairy tale, but at the same time, Supernatural as a show does have really plenty of experience dealing with legends, and what is a legend?
Yeah,
and
and Jim,
Kansas, the town where the bunker is, Lebanon, is only about an hour and a half from Wamego, which is considered to be the town that Dorothy is from. And in fact, if you go to Wamego, Kansas, there's this tiny little main street, but it is Wizard of Oz everywhere. They even have a museum with stuff from Frank L. Baum's home, original manuscripts, everything. It's like a huge deal for Kansas to be into the Wizard of Oz. And, yes, I want to move back to Kansas like right now.
Yeah. That is extremely cool.
Yes, Kansas is actually really neat.
Yeah, it's super neat, and, now that I think about it, it makes so much sense for them to be using that, what's with Candace and all, really, and I wouldn't even say that they don't have experience with fairy tales in particular, because, Larkin the Real Girl, it was literally practically that.
Yep. Also, I don't know if anybody knows this, but Lebanon is also the geographical center of the United States, which is most likely why they chose to put the Men of Letters bunker there.
Because it's basically even driving distance to anywhere in the United States for the Men of Letters.
Yep. Jessica, where in Kansas do you live? I used to live in Manhattan. I'm curious. I should have put that.
Cast Morning.
There is a Manhattan in Kansas. Who knew that?
Yeah, and Tom made a good association with Sam as the lion because he's doubted his strength his whole life. And then Maria came in saying, I thought you were going to say Sam the lion because of his hair. So, both. Just both.
But that's a good point that's being brought up, is that, The Wizard of Oz, there's a theme of these characters that are lacking in something, lacking a heart, lacking a brain. So I'm really curious to see how they're going to apply that to the characters of Supernatural. Like, what is Dean's going to be lacking?
Can
what
I
is
just say,
Sam going to represent?
I hope Dean's isn't I'm lacking a brain.
I don't think that will be Dean.
Because that really annoys me. If the brain's in the brawn and Dean's totally the brawn, I'm just like, new.
Mm-hmm.
As a Dean girl, I'm highly offended.
Tom said he thinks that Sam will probably be the lion because Sam has always doubted his strength. He's always doubted himself. And I feel like Dean might be the heart. I honestly don't know what Dean
could be the heart. When you think, Dean opening himself up to actually feeling things again.
That would be very good.
Yeah.
Cass could be the brain because he doesn't know his surroundings anymore. He's completely lost.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But it would be super neat if they did make it would actually, the more I think about it, the more neat of a parallel it seems, because, with Dean being the Tin Man, it's not that he doesn't feel, but he has problems dealing with that, and it's super neat. I really hope they're not gonna do it all out, but references, please.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it.
Anyway,
I want to see what they can do.
Anyway, I am going to bring in the next host. So, Luce, you're going to have to hang up, I'm afraid.
What?
Go away, Lucy.
What? I can't have too many people in one chat because it's just going to get chaotic.
Alright, thank you guys for listening.
And Luce will be back, unfortunately.
Yeah. I'm going to hang up right now. This is a good time.
Bye, Luce. Okay. Bye. So, our next one, I will add in our next brand new host. Who hopefully will do a bit of a better job at muting the other stream. Let's see. I have to say, Skype is just a really crappy service altogether.
Yeah, it's not you. Something's wrong with Skype, because like I said, I was having a lot of trouble with it last night.
Yeah, but there's Carolina anyway, I think.
Hello!
Hello!
Hi!
So we have another meta show host here. You're going to have to put up with Luce, I bet you feel special.
Oh god. Yeah. So, I mean, Shannon already said I got bold, so, yeah, I guess I can, I can just put up with all of you, and with your crap very well. I guess this gives me a bonus.
You've got a lot of crap to put up with. So would you like to quickly introduce yourself before we carry on with our meta? So what is your Tumblr URL?
My Tumblr URL is Winchester Snowback. Yeah, my name is Carolina, as you already said. Yeah, I'm from Germany.
Oh, hang on, my dog is growling. Please do not play with the dog.
Oh. Oh, Bob Steele.
Yeah, he's being very noisy today. So yeah. Yeah. How did you enjoy the premiere? Quickly.
Yeah, I enjoyed it a lot, but it also was very painful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess what I liked most was the whole thing in Sam's head. Because Sam was finally telling himself in some kind of way that he was worth something, and that he did good, and that he isn't crap like he always thinks he is.
Oh, that's nice.
So I really like that.
Nice. We haven't really talked much about what happened in Sam's head, actually. Yeah.
We have an ask about someone who wants us to talk about the Spanish Serenade, the song that was playing while Cass was stripping in the laundry scene.
I don't know.
It's a love song in Spanish, and they asked us if we've seen the English translation, and there are some theories that it could be about Destiel. And this person who sent us is young at heart, 18. And they think that it could be about Destiel. So, does anyone have the English translation of the Spanish Serenade?
I'm not sure if I reblog it, but I can look.
Yeah, you should. Meanwhile, I gotta say, on this whole subject is that, like, look, guys, I love when fandom does this. Okay, I love when people dig into things. I can hear myself. You didn't mute.
Yeah, someone's got an echo.
I'm muted.
Okay. Oh well. Hopefully it'll go away. Yeah.
The problem isn't with me.
No, it's not. No, it might be. Have you got headphones plugged in?
Yeah. My headphones broke, but if it didn't echo before, it shouldn't be echoing now.
Yeah, why hasn't it started echoing? I'm not echoing. That is weird.
Not me.
That is really weird.
Not hearing Mapal either.
It's just Silven that's echoing.
Yeah.
But anyway, honestly, as far as the show was actually trying to say something like this, I think that's a bit too kind of long-winded of a way for them to make any kind of Destiel statement.
I've got the translation. Should I just read it out, or?
Oh yeah, go.
Yeah.
Okay, so, Tell me if you love me, if you adore me, as I think you do. Tell me there are no secrets, there are no mysteries when I call your name. How many sweet words, beautiful words through your eyes. That just looking at them so bright drives me crazy. If you give me your love, I give you my darling all my dreams. I give you my darling all I love most. I give you my dear all that I feel.
Why would he torment us like that? What the hell?
Yeah, that cannot be a coincidence. I'm sorry.
It's not a
That's
coincidence.
just too romantic. Jesus.
It isn't. I mean, I speak a bit of Spanish, and I just have to say that in the Spanish lyrics are really intense. So
yeah. It's always more intense than the original song.
If that's not deliberate, then I'm a size 2.
Yeah.
I mean, music plays a very important role in Supernatural, so they, especially when it's like this, when it's in the background of a scene, it usually means something.
Yeah.
So I guess we can say that it's not a coincidence.
No,
I have to like slightly kind of not really disagree here, but like I feel like in a scene where basically the relationship between Dean and Cass didn't really play into it in any way. They really could have used the song to kind of just like create the atmosphere, not necessarily in relation to that. I just feel like kind of contrasting that to what was the name of the band that Dean made the reference to when he and Sam were talking in the car? That has the song like Angel Mine, something about blue eyes, something. I think that, in comparison, was a very obvious reference to STL because Dean made that damn reference himself when Sam wanted to talk to him about his situation with Cass.
Yeah. But concerning
the Cowboy Junkies, Cowboy Junkies.
So they did.
Sorry? Can I say something about the Spanish Serenade? Because I just had this thought. Maybe because it was while Cass was like taking off his clothes, taking off his his existence, his identity as an angel. Maybe the song could have been more related to his love for humanity in itself.
Either that, or the introduction of Cass starting to feel things a lot more differently as a human.
Totally,
exactly.
He has been observing humanity, but that I can't believe that's the same as completely feeling it, because come on, we're humans and we feel so much. I just can't do that.
Yeah, I feel like since that scene had nothing to really do with Dean and Castiel, as like they didn't talk during that scene, they didn't really do. Dean wasn't referenced during that scene.
Yeah, there wasn't a reference, so that's why. That's why I mentioned him starting to feel things. So if you squint, you can associate it with Bestial, but I think it leads towards human feelings.
Like, if you ask me why they would choose a romantic song for that scene in the first place, is because honestly, I feel like, remember the old lady that Cass looked at and she looked at him? I feel like it's a very ironic kind of play on a situation where a man and a woman are like in a room and he gets undressed in front of her, but like it's ironic because obviously there's nothing sexual going on or anything romantic. I just felt it was really amusing with that because it's adorable. It's like taking a setup that's meant to kind of send you in one direction and then just like completely playing it out a different way. It's hilarious, to me at least.
Yeah, to be honest, I didn't even realize that there was a song playing at all when I was watching the scene. I mean, the way it was shooted, it was obviously. I mean, it wasn't just the plain observation of Cass undressing himself, right? I mean, it was obviously shooted in a way that was, let's just say, supported his futures in a very nice way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the whole laundromat scene was symbolic in every way, really. So.
Yeah.
And kudos to whomever guessed, because there was someone on Tumblr who said before the premiere that oh my god, Cass is probably, or was it on the show, Cass is probably going to have to choose between washing the trench coat and getting himself food. And that actually happened.
Yeah. That made me sad.
Honestly, I feel like if he would have tried to wash the trench coat and his suit, they probably would have came out ruined anyways.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
So it's just sort of like, either way, the trench coat was going to have to go.
I just had this vision of
They kept the belt or something.
Oh god.
Or it could have gone it.
I am having major trench coat issues, people.
Hey guys.
Yeah.
He might have kept the tie. He might have kept the tie. He could have put that in his pocket or something.
You know, it might have gone completely the other way.
So he could tie Dean up.
It might have gone even more. Yeah, it might have
I just had a vision of like Cass taking out the shirt out of the washing machine, and it's like this pukey gray. Because he washed it with the pink trench coat and the blue tie and the black pants.
The suit is probably wool, so it would have shrunk.
Yeah.
What were you trying to say, Helena?
What?
Were you trying to say something?
Oh yeah, thanks, Shannon. No, you know, him ditching the trench coat is heartbreaking as it is. But imagine if he chose not to eat just so he could keep the trench coat that meant so much.
Yes, I would have preferred that.
If I would have saw him do that, I would have been like, Cass, you're human now. You've got to like learn priorities. You can either pick a trench coat or you can get some freaking food. I would have picked the food.
I don't know. Before
No, you can either go sentimental or starve.
I mean, like, it gets to the point where you're like, okay, do I want to keep a trench coat or do I not want to starve to death?
Keep the trench coat.
And you know, that was a nice parallel to him completely ditching angel status.
It is. It's basically like I said. The trench coat and the whole suit is basically Jimmy Novak. You know that symbolises Jimmy Novak and this vessel he's worn since season 4. Then he's basically shedding that whole identity and becoming his own person. You know, he basically chose those clothes. He's chosen that. He's dressed.
Can I just say that I just had a big symbolism boner with this episode?
Oh,
there was so much of
full of it. Because then you've got, like I say, you've got that, and that comes after he basically rejects his grace in the form of hail. So he rejects his grace.
Like, in my room, all of the phallic devices that currently rest in my room just fell over in honor of my symbolic boner.
That's what that is.
Nice. Okay, Shannon, what was your symbolic boner? Come on.
It's just I love symbolism. I love symbolism in a show because it makes me really happy. Because when you've got symbolism, that means there's deeper meaning, and when you've got deeper meaning, that means that there's a lot more with characters, and I just love it when there's so much symbolism.
Yes, I agree.
That was profound, Shannon. Absolutely profound.
Also, can I just say, am I the only person who felt that Cass, that whole scene with Cass killing Hale, it felt almost like a new and very particular kind of choice that Cass had to make, because while he has had to kill his brothers before, it just felt like such a new thing. It had this weird feeling of him having to make a decision like that for the first time since he became human.
And it's most likely to do with what he felt while doing it, because it must have felt completely different as a human.
Yeah.
That bitch was crazy anyway.
And let's not forget the Cass going, I don't need stuff and I don't want your protection.
Yes, that got me a lot. The I don't need,
yeah.
And then I was like, oh, so you do want protection, you need it, you don't want her protection. Yeah, I see you, Cass, I see you. It's full of symbolism, full of parallels. Anyway, I'm afraid we're going to have to say goodbye to Carolina and bring on our next one to say hello. Yeah. So thank you, and we'll see you around on the Saturday shows, which will be coming on after this show.
Yeah,
yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
So thank you for popping in.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Carol.
Bye.
Right, and I shall get our next one ready. At least Skype's sort of behaving now.
Don't jinx it.
Yeah,
I
it's
just said that Skype is just going to completely crap out and we're all going to cry.
yeah. Or Claire's just going to cry because we're going to be so mean to her.
No, Claire's already used to it after that entire conversation from today.
Hey Claire.
She'll do well.
Hey guys!
Hello.
Hi, Claire.
Hi. Can everyone hear me okay?
Yep, we can hear you. So would you
Yeah.
like to quickly introduce yourself before we get on to our continue our discussion?
Sorry.
Yeah. So hi everyone. I'm claireblossom.tumblr.com and I'm a new host and I'm a bit nervous and I'm not really sure what I'm doing, so I'll just go with the flow.
Cool. I do believe you are also on our meta show, aren't you? So
Yeah.
yes. So you're another one who has to deal with our lovely Tom and Luce and Helena here as well.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm a massive fan of the dick jokes, so
And
I'm all
yours,
up for that.
I feel so sorry for these guys. I feel like I've just put together, it's a meta show. It's meant to be really serious, and I've basically put together the biggest load of nut jobs on the planet. So
That's what the chat on Skype is
Thanks,
for.
Maple.
and Tom's right. Basically, we have this big variety of
Yeah.
accents as well. So it's basically 80% accent porn. So so it's fantastic. So anyway, continuing our discussion. Yeah. So Claire, how did you like the symbolism in the first episode of season 9?
Symbolism!
Oh, I love Satan.
Just like carrying on to the whole. Wait, am I there?
Yes, you're there.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, everything went silent for a bit. Just carrying on from the whole trench coat thing, like it's probably been said already, but him taking off, I felt like it was just a huge stage in the changing of his character. Like, it's completely like established that Cass has a new arc. What he's done before him is behind him, and what he's dealing with now is what's happened. What he's dealing with now is kind of just everything's new. Like, he's so vulnerable. Like, the trench coat was almost like a safety blanket, and now it's gone. So he's completely exposed, and basically he's completely exposed, and he has to make decisions, and like throwing at the trench coat, and using the trench coat as symbolism, throwing that away in to get water instead is just an example of it. Okay, no problem.
Yeah, it definitely pulls into his newest vulnerability as a human.
Oh, everyone's gone quiet now.
Yeah, we're all sad. We're all sad.
I was actually just getting really sad before this came on. I was like, no, not the trench coat.
I love that there was so much. There's so many subtle things that you could really pick up on in all these episodes. Like there's a lot of there's people who picked up on the song. There's people who everyone picked up on the trench coat and Cass stripping and all that symbolism. And then we had Hale and her possibly being a symbol for Castiel's grace and him rejecting his angelicness. And then it was there was so much symbolism. And I can't get over that because Supernatural it has symbolism, but it's never had like stuff that's really deep like it was in this episode. At least none that I can remember right now. But it's been my fall break, so I haven't been to school, so I really haven't been in the mood for thinking that much, I guess.
Aw.
Even if you even though like the scene of Cass stripping, it was like complete fan service, and I completely just fangirled at it, but just him being like just naked like that, like this, like with the exception of like that one scene where he like zaps himself in the chest, you never see like any of his body exposed, so he's just so vulnerable and so human, and I'm like I was just watching, I was just there like, my poor baby, like you just want to wrap him in a blanket and just like keep him safe.
Yeah, I'll just confess, I was so sad over that scene and what it implied that how vulnerable Cass will be this season. I didn't even notice his pectoral twitching. So I was that sad.
And
it wasn't until after till I noticed that too.
And I sort of feel like the suit didn't just, the suit and the trench coat, it didn't just symbolize him as an angel and him as having Jimmy as his vessel. It was security.
Yes,
Even when Castiel was in his worst, he was always wearing his trench coat. He always managed to find himself back to his other clothes. It was sort of like, it was security in himself. It was something that he could latch onto, something that helped him identify himself. And now he doesn't have that. He's completely gone. He doesn't know who he is. He doesn't know how he's supposed to react to things. And with that trench coat gone, it was sort of the final.
Yeah.
It was sort of the final straw.
It's just bugging me because I don't know. My biggest issue is that it's like Dean pulled it out of the water. He put it in the car. All the cars that he went through in season 7, each and every one, the trench coat made it into the into the trunk. And it's gone. And I think that's why I was so upset, because it's like we've spent so much time preserving this thing, and boom, it's gone. It's the same way I feel about the damn Samulet, though.
Well, I feel like that sort of just happens. Like,
I know it's realistic. It's just I'm smoking from it.
Yeah. I really can't wait to see Dean's reaction to the trench coat missing, because it's so incredibly meaningful to Dean as well, and I just want to see his face and cry about it.
He's probably going to do a double take with Cass. Like, like, for a second, his brain's going to register that's Cass.
Like, when you see someone and they've got a completely new haircut, like, it's just something so off about them.
I just realised something. These are basically the first clothes that he's chosen himself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And he's wearing layers.
No Cass.
He's wearing layers because Sam
something that Andy and I were talking about, how good the costuming was on that, because the transition is good for the audience because they went with dark pants and a white shirt. So it's like you've still got that element of the suit.
Yeah.
It's like the transition was seamless. It's like we went from Jimmy Novak's clothes to Cass's clothes, but there's still that similarity.
But instead of you just gave me a good idea. I don't know, was the shirt white? Really?
Because I can't remember.
Yeah, he's wearing a white shirt and a jumper and a jacket.
And because instead of the blue tie, and blue is definitely alluding to cool, calmness, there's the red hoodie. Is it red? A dark red?
Yeah, it's like
which gives a warm color, which gives off perfectly what he was feeling as an angel versus what he's going to be feeling as a human. I think that would play out well, as a color theme. It's a bit over-analyzing it, but
I think you just basically sold the meta show, to be honest.
I was so surprised how good his taste in clothes was, because before that I just had a complete headcanon that Cass would have no regards to what he was wearing. He'd just grab the first thing he'd see on and just be completely mismatched and completely just looks terrible on him. And I just so when I saw the first behind the scenes pictures, I was just I'm proved wrong.
Because obviously in that basket of clothes he looked at, there wouldn't just be one perfect outfit of clothes, so he probably had to have a little root around and decide on some stuff. So it's basically the first outfit he's ever chosen for himself, because obviously he's had the the white clothes from the mental hospital, he's had the clothes that Emmanuel was wearing, so, and probably Daphne chose those, so these are probably the first clothes he's intentionally chosen himself. And so basically it's him choosing his own identity.
Yeah.
I think the choosing part is a little kind of optional, because the laundromat probably did not provide him with, many options.
He chose to go from the trench coat to other clothes, and he probably had to choose in that basket between this shirt and that shirt and maybe some jeans or something,
I would just like to say that it's awesome that Cass managed to pick clothes that match, because I am 17 years old and I still walk out of the house in clothes that don't match at all.
See, I'm 36 and I dress like a Winchester every day. It's effortless and it always matches.
Yeah.
Actual you
I've
are.
actually it's so
You
fun.
should
So
have
did
seen
I.
me Tuesday people I was in a dress. It was scary.
I was in college the other day, and I was wearing like a brown jacket with a plaid shirt, and there was this girl, I didn't know her, but we're in the canteen, and she was just wearing a Doctor Who t-shirt, and she was just staring at me, so I felt like she recognized me as like a Tumblr person. I was just like...
People here are so like misleading. Like I'll see them wearing fandom t-shirts and they're like, oh, they're probably from Tumblr, and then they've never even heard what Tumblr is.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, Tennessee, why are you such a topsy-turvy place?
No, I get that a lot.
Are you here?
I just, oh.
Guys, a tiny interlude. Misha Collins' Russian strikes again. Apparently, there's a video of him speaking Russian to his Russian fans again. So
Oh my god.
that should be somewhere on Tumblr.
I think I reblogged it. Hold on.
Yeah, I am
See that.
as surrounded by Russophiles in this fandom as I was in my previous one, but in case any of you get off on that, there is that.
Yeah.
I just love hearing people speak Russian because
Aww.
Same here. Guilty
That
pleasure.
is so cute.
although I
You
need to
totally
learn Russian because those damn Russian spies.
Hey,
I went through
one
a
of those
phase.
Found
Tuesday
it.
night.
I tried to learn Russian once, and I think I lasted about an hour, and I couldn't. I'm terrible with languages.
Russian is a bitch of a language.
That's quite a mix as
To
well,
learn,
you know,
and I
Irish
so
and
was
Russian.
English.
Yeah, English is terrible.
Right.
Danya.
Yeah, Russians have the most complicated alphabet I've ever seen in my life.
Right?
Oh, come on.
What even is your alphabet, Silven?
You're making us sound like we're the Chinese.
Guys. Serena just mentioned something. Has the Larry King interview been on already?
No, not yet.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I think so.
She mentioned that, did you see the meet and greet Misha post? Apparently, Larry King didn't know anything about Supernatural, and Larry King asked Misha about Vicky's threesome book.
Uh-huh.
Why not?
Awesome.
So
Vicky is awesome.
I didn't know if it already took place or...
Yeah, has
No,
that...
Of the three wives, Vicky is the one I'm the most in love with.
Yeah.
Easily.
Yeah.
Because I think I could hang out with Vicky, whereas I'd be like all
Yeah.
shy, weird around Danielle and Jen because they're so damn
Yeah.
pretty. Why must they be so pretty?
I just,
Honestly, I'm not intimidated by them at all. Like, I'm just
No,
like, oh, I've seen pretty
seriously
people
think I
with you
could
all.
hang out with
Yeah.
I'm just
I
sort
feel
of-
like too awkward around them, because like I feel like they'd just be perceiving me as this like creepy fangirl. So I just be there like, bye guys.
And I think the reason I wouldn't be awkward around them is because they're beautiful people. I'm a beautiful person, so I feel like we'd relate to each other.
Amen, Shannon.
You know, like that's how I feel. Like I feel like we just walk in there, we do the beautiful person handshake, we'd walk out, we'd be cool.
Wow.
Oh,
But yes.
Oh, that's
Now I want to see that interview. I wonder if he would ask Misha about Gishwas too.
I know, apparently Misha
That's what I-
was kind of disappointed with the interview or something. I don't know.
Oh.
Weird.
well,
I haven't
yeah.
heard anything about it. I haven't seen anything
And
about
me
it.
neither.
So I don't know.
Me neither.
Does anyone know when it's going to be posted? Because
I've no
Or if it's been
idea.
shown.
Probably posted, yeah. You just don't know when.
Okay. Oh, we need something else to talk
I don't
about
like watching things with like knowledge already that like whoever and so was disappointed in it, because I'm always just like feel like I'm watching it to judge then.
Mm.
Well,
Yeah.
are we sure that he's done the interview? Because I'm looking at this tweet from October 4th that says that he was just inviting him soon.
Yeah, that's why I was asking if it took place or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just...
Yeah, no, it could just be something
I
making
think
stuff up.
Tumblr would have definitely exploded.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've seen it.
Yeah,
now.
and Larry
Yes,
King
sir.
generally does his interviews live. It's not usually one of those things that he does them and tapes them. They're usually live
Mm.
because, that's the reaction. I don't
Who is Larry King? Is he like a big presenter? Because
He's
Yeah,
kind of a
he-
big deal
yeah.
in the country. He's well known for doing interviews and asking hard questions and then being ballsy. He's interviewed presidents and stuff like that.
oh, okay, I know the name. I just can't
8,000
picture him.
times.
He's really old.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm googling him now.
He is, and really cute.
Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah. I complete mind blank there. I was just. Yeah.
He's like the male version of Barbara Walters.
I had no idea who he was.
Because you're like 12, Shannon.
I am 17, Jen.
Oh my
Well,
god.
compared to me, that's, you know,
What? You're 5 years old.
you're still in
Years
the
old.
fetal position, okay?
I'm turning
Wait,
18 in November. I am not a 12-year-old.
Guys, calm down.
I can't help it if I'm pushing 40. What do you want from me, damn it?
Okay. Serious
Let
question.
Jen have her moment.
Serious topic, guys. Abaddon is back in the next episode.
Yes.
Oh god, yes.
Please possess Dean. That's all I want. Just one time.
Oh, Dusty.
Oh god.
Please.
We have a problem.
I need
Oh,
possession.
There's such a serious lack of possessed Dean fanfiction out there. That
There
I
is just a lack of Jensen playing anything other than Dean. Damn it!
Yes.
I just want Dean doing something really kind of hot and dangerous and dark, and yes, please.
There are a lot of gift sets though,
Possession.
of possessed.
Yeah,
Dean.
there are a lot of gift sets of D&D.
I want. It would be really awesome if Abaddon possessed Dean, but then I think that she's going to probably have to cut his tattoo, and I don't want him to have to.
Oh,
and I don't want them to have to
God.
fix his tattoo because I really like his tattoo.
Yeah.
I'm perfectly fine with that.
Although Shannon, if that happened, think of the bestial possibilities for the rest of the season, like Cass getting all emotional, going, Dean, I can heal you.
It'd be really cool if she possessed Cass.
Oh my
no.
god. Yeah.
It's already been hinted at with
he
Hale.
gets, and this would lead into Cass getting an anti-possession tattoo.
Ooh,
Yeah.
she could possess Cass, and then she could totally start hitting on Dean as Cass because she can see inside Cassiel's
Oh
head now.
god.
So then Dean's just like, Cass, what the fuck are you doing? And then Abaddon. Just picture Misha acting like Abaddon.
Oh.
Can't we, just for a second.
It would be
That'd be
basically Misha acting like Misha. Are you kidding me?
I want that to happen because I know that Abaddon would probably do that. I'm pretty sure she would.
Yeah.
She would want to really mess with Dean. See, now I'm going to write a fanfic where Abaddon possesses Cass.
Please do.
I think I need to write
But no, I'm just...
Honestly,
that. I feel.
I'm just most excited to just, like, see Abaddon on screen because, I mean, I'm such a huge fan of her character all the way from last season, and I just, I really can't wait for that because
I haven't.
whenever Abaddon... Yeah, whenever Abaddon appears, it's always spectacular. It's practically theatrical. The reaction is when she's on screen. It's always this really kind of. She always has these epic moves. I don't know how to
She's
word.
got an amazing
No, I know what
presence.
you're saying.
I feel like the reason I loved Abaddon was because I feel like she made demons scary again. She made demons really sort of evil again because a lot of what the writers did with Meg and Crowley was they took demons away from like the evil things that they were in the first few seasons and what they ended up becoming in seasons like 4, what they were in seasons 4 and 5 kind of, and then she turned, and then like when you got to season 6 and 7, demons stopped really being like evil, I guess. They were shades of gray. You had Crowley, you had Meg. There was just, for the first time in a long time, we've got a really evil, powerful demon. She knows what she's doing. She knows how to torture. She knows how to be scary. When her hand popped up and started walking and going into her mouth, that was freaky. She gave me season 1 Meg feels.
Yeah.
Because I had not seen a badass demon like that since season 1 Meg or Azazel.
Because, even Crowley is this evil overlord with a hint of humor. Meg was evil, but with a hint of a
Meg was all over.
She started to redeem herself somewhat, towards the end. But Abaddon is just straight out business,
Can I just say how happy I am that... Oh, sorry. Oh, okay. Can I say how happy I am that like we have Elena Huffman back?
Yeah.
Because when I saw when at the end of season finale, when I saw her get burnt out of her meat suit, I was just like,
Why?
I was like, if you replace her with a new actress, like even like the new actress could be brilliant, and like, but just like, why would you do that? She is perfect.
Yes.
And when we saw the confirmation, I think it was in the preview that was still Abaddon, like I nearly cried. I was so happy. She's my favorite character in Supernatural in a long time.
I absolutely adore her.
Yeah,
Can I just read? Nami Chan said that no one takes Crowley as a serious threat anymore, not even after his villain speech in 822. I still take him dead serious, because he will not, even with this maybe bit of human side, I don't think he will stop underestimating the brothers. And like I said, I really want Crowley to win, so that's more subjective on my side.
I took Crowley seriously in season 8, and that's why for me I started to really just gun for Crowley to die, because I always gun for the evil people to die.
My soul wait.
And now that like he's been captured, and now that it's all that, I'm really worried what they're going to do with him, because I feel like he was such a good villain in season 8.
Yes.
What he did to them, what he did with he was so good, and he was
in episode 21.
And for once, I really wanted him to die. I was gunning for him to die, but he didn't. And I felt really afraid of them purifying him, because I do not want him to be another Meg. I don't want him to go through this crappy redemption that he does not deserve.
Yep. Yeah. I would love it if like Crowley used that whole like. Now that Crowley we don't know what he is. Is he human? Is he a demon or whatever? Like if Winchester started to underestimate him himself and took him on as an ally, if like Crowley could turn it on him and just it completely comes to bite him on the ass basically, and he's still bad.
Yeah, go on.
Oh no, and he's just still bad. Like using the audience's underestimation of Crowley and also the Winchester's underestimation of him now, that could be really like it could just if they could just turn the tables and just show him no, he's still a bad guy and he's still powerful as fuck and like a definite villain and is still on the table. I think that'd be good.
I don't think he is, because Sam obviously didn't finish the trial, so the possibility of him being a human is out.
Oh, I mean, I don't mean like human as in like human, but like with his new human emotions or
Yeah. And as for what you mentioned about
guys,
the voice
a very serious question of Winchester logic. How was Crowley supposed to knock twice?
So what?
Sorry?
Wait, no, I'm talking. I said, very serious Winchester logic question. How was Crowley supposed to knock twice?
Oh, yeah. That's
I would have just
if he was dead, yeah.
He should
that was like my favorite thing.
Yeah. I wonder if that was intentional.
Don't be a powder.
I think it was really just
sarcastic knocking.
It was just Dean being a dick, to be honest.
Yeah.
Dean being
Dean taking a piss
from him. Does that? Come on.
I have to say, I love that moment where Dean literally said, "I have a king of hell in my trunk," and like he gives no fucks anymore.
It was
He's just done.
Most of y'all know I was at the LARP party that night. There were like 30 of us crammed in there, and when he said that, it got so loud the windows rattled. It was just like, yeah.
I was in the spare bedroom at 3 a.m. in my house because we had relatives over, so I was kicked out to the spare bedroom, which was right beside my parents' room, which is, and the walls, that part of the house is really old, and the walls are really thin, so I was like struggling so hard to stay quiet, so I wouldn't wake them up.
Yeah.
It was so difficult.
Ari had a good point. Ari had a good point that we're disappointed that Crowley didn't knock twice just to be sarcastic.
Oh,
yeah, exactly.
Missed opportunity, Crowley.
Yeah, I would have done it.
Yeah.
I love the fact that though, I think you guys know that they actually did that thing with him in the trunk because it didn't work out with Mark's schedule.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why that happened, and Mike tweeted that while he was in that trunk, he filmed the whole season of White Collar.
Oh my god, I saw that. Oh my.
That was just, I mean, Mark's Twitter, it's literally the best.
He's productive.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen the Ezekiel Twitter though?
Yes.
Oh god.
Oh,
I do. Hysterical.
It's fantastic. Have you seen the, I think I'm going to get Sam a haircut, and then Sam's hair's responded, oh, hell no!
Hell no.
Hell no.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Stop killing my family, Cass.
This fandom does not waste any time, I can tell you that.
Nope.
Yeah.
There's no opportunities missed.
Yeah.
We are awesome.
Oh, apparently someone's also seen a great Crowley's point of view in 901 post. I bet that's...
Oh gosh, that.
Yeah.
It's,
It had 4 images of a dark screen.
and then the last one's just like fucking Winchesters.
Yeah.
My favourite fan art at the minute is the one where it's Crowley's sat in like a... I think he's in their dungeon and he's doing a drawing and he's like, here, hang this on the door, and they're like, why, what is it? And it's just... What is it? The We Hate the Winchesters Club or something. And he's like, oh, Kevin joined too, and Kevin's wearing a hat as well. And yeah. I feel this is going to happen.
I can't wait to see... Yeah. Sorry, just speaking Kevin, I can't wait to see him confront Crowley in the next episode.
Yes.
I'm very worried about Kevin talking to Crowley in the next episode.
So am I,
Because did you see his face when they found out that Crowley was going to be in the bunker? He is not happy. Because as far as we know, Mama Tran is dead.
Yeah.
Shannon.
And with Mama Tran dead, Kevin is fucking pissed. And I'm pretty sure he's not like the Winchesters. He's not going to care whether they get their information or not.
That's true.
If he sees Crowley, he is most likely going to lose his shit and kill Crowley.
And you know, this reminds me a bit of John Winchester. You know, at this point, both Kevin's mother and girlfriend were killed by Crowley from his point of view. And if he's as vengeful as John Winchester was, he's not going to give a single crap about what Sam and Dean want him to do.
Oh, see, I agree with Tom here as well. I want to see Kevin take a swing at Sam or Dean. I sort of want to see him try and take a swing at Dean.
Yeah.
And Dean just...
I want to see him try and take a swing at somebody and then his hand get hurt because there's no way he's harming anyone.
I honestly think Kevin is due for a massive breakdown at some point during the season. I think Dean is too, but they probably won't do it.
But I think Dean will be the one to support Kevin if Kevin does break down.
I am very excited about Kevin breaking down because I love it when characters cry.
Kevin is an untested quantity, and it's going to be very interesting to see
And
how
he has a lot of built up frustration. I mean, do you guys remember the video from when they thought he was dead? No, I'm dead, you bastards! And he has to let that go somehow.
I hope it comes out of nowhere, he just snaps.
Yeah.
Just no build up to it all. He could just because Aldrich's such a good actor.
In the middle of Dean,
pull it off.
Yeah, when in the middle of Dean trying to give him another lesson.
Oh, sports pep talk.
Yeah, sports pep talk.
Training montage.
Just give him Skyrim already, you know. Stop with this.
I'm really bothered that Kevin hasn't been addressed more because we see him slowly breaking down in season 8, and I'm really hoping that we see more of him and we see him finally just go crazy because it makes me wonder what's he going to do if he goes crazy.
He deserves to go crazy though. Poor kid's been through a lot.
Yeah. He deserves to go crazy. He deserves a mental breakdown. And what I like about Kevin is he's not like the Winchesters. I feel like if he's going to have a breakdown, then he's actually going to have one. He's not going to bottle it up. He's just...
Yeah. No, the first time we saw him, we got the... What's wrong? We got the famous line of, I'm not prepared to
don't pay any attention to me.
What's wrong?
It's Nami's fault. Don't pay any attention to me.
I am back and I agree.
One of the first times we met Kevin, he basically said he's not prepared to factor the supernatural into his perception about the world, and I don't think he literally had no time to process that, you know?
He's still not ready.
Yeah, he's still not ready. At least not until he breaks down properly. Yeah. He had no time.
Okay, guys, because we have about 5 minutes left, I'm just going to wrap this up by talking a bit more about the new shows that we have, because a few people were confused earlier. We have a brand new Wednesday show coming in, and yay! Let's see if I still. No, I don't have a thing anymore. I think it airs about 8 PM EST, 1 AM GMT, and I do believe Kaleb is moving over to that show, so you have to put up with him in the middle of the week. We have
worse. You have to put up with me and Kaleb.
Yes.
Oh.
The lovely Jen here is also going to be on the Wednesday shows. Molly, damn it idiots, she will be on as well. We will be announcing these after. There's a few people who haven't confirmed yet. I need to chase those up. Also, we have the lovely Casey, also known as Cass, is avenging Sassy SDL, who's Carolyn Chrisman's friend. So she's totally awesome. And then we have a Saturday meta show as well, which will be airing after this show. Hopefully, I think they're looking at starting up next week, so that'll be good for them. Tom is hosting that with Helena there. Also, Claire Blossom, Luce, Luce for Supernatural, and Carolina Winchester's Novak, as well as Suki is in the chat there. Suki, I sent you an email, and you are also on the meta show, believe it or not.
And I will be joining.
Yes.
From what we've talked about, the shows are going to be pretty different in terms of tone. Like, the Wednesday shows will definitely be much more laid back than this show and the meta show that's going to happen. The meta show is going to be... I honestly predict the meta show to be one big serious mindfuck, because we're going to have Tom, and just Tom alone, listening to him talk is just, eye-opening. And I haven't gotten a chance to talk to everyone else. I've talked to everyone a little bit, and I'm very excited to see these shows happen.
Also, big news is on our regular Saturday shows, to help take the load, and especially when host's sick or not on, we will be having the lovely Jem and Danny joining us. So that's Angemic Wings and Blue Box Parkland, to keep us company. It's great. They're actually planning the meta show right now. I'm watching them plan it, and you guys are really in for a treat, because they've got some great ideas. It's going to be really good. Apparently my email went through to Suki's junk mail. Yes, Suki, Child of Thursday is also going to be on the meta show, and she's lovely too.
It was the junk in her trunk.
It's the junk in her trunk, yes. So, I hope you will all enjoy these new shows. Like I say, I do believe the meta show is starting up next week. I should say next Wednesday we'll try and get the other shows set up as well. So that's great, and we hope all the feedback. They will be starting an hour long each at the minute, and if it goes well, they'll do like we initially did. Can you remember when we initially started? And we were like, yeah, let's do it for an hour, and then it's like, should we sit for another half an hour? And then we end up doing it for 2 hours every week.
Yeah.
These
shows are going to be they're going to for a long time. They're going to be in developmental stages, just like ours were.
Yeah.
We've learned a lot about what we need to do and what we need to not do on this show, just from things like what we did over the summer and things and things happened in the very beginning.
Yeah, so, basically tune into them, give them some support, help them promote themselves. Obviously it's going to be a bit shaky for them at first, but hopefully they'll get settled down and they'll do really well, and we wish them all the best of luck. And with that, I do believe it is time for us to come off air. But thank you guys for coming in, and thank you to our new hosts for popping in and showing their faces. We'll try and get a few more on maybe next week as well on our show to say hello. So yes, thank you everyone.
Wait, hold on.
Yes.
One more thing, guys. Anyone who wants to be on the team but does not want to host, we have applications for anyone who's willing to help us run the behind-the-scenes things on the website. So if you want to be part of the Profound Radio team but you don't want to be a host, or you just want to help us out, please go and fill in applications, and we will hear back from you over email at some point.
And also, anyone who's thinking, why haven't I heard back yet about saying, because a few people said, let me know if I didn't get the spot. Actually, we still do have some spots open, and I think I have one more spot, a couple open maybe. So I'm just trying to sort of squeeze people in, and we have a couple more interviews to do. So don't worry, I will let you know when all the interviews are completely done and decided, and we're done. Also, Hunters International, we will be chasing that up tomorrow. And hopefully getting everyone announced for that tomorrow. At the latest, that will be announced by Wednesday, I would say. Everything will be announced by Wednesday for Hunters International.
Be very excited.
Very excited, yes. It's going to be fun.
I am very excited.
So yes, don't worry. I think I do believe Tom's been shouting at me to talk about Hunters International. I see you, Tom. Leave me alone. So yes, so thank you everyone for tuning in. Thank you guys for coming on and helping out. Sorry about the technical difficulties. And
It's my fault.
Yes, it's cool. It's everyone's fault. My internet was just so crappy today. So yeah.
I'm the idiot that left my live stream on. Yay!
So yeah, so thank you, and we will see you all next Saturday. Thank you guys, and bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye!